Yeah, it was in COVID, the pandemic. I was with my brother, Brian. I call him my brother because we grew up together and we were passing through the town. And we had some children coming for us that we need something to eat. We have been here for a long, and we are fearing that we are going to die. We see people dying from COVID. We see like that fearing. And they said, no, if you don't have money, you can take us and stay with you. So that's where we started that no. That time we said, no, we shall look at it. We went back to our grandmother. We had some space since we were few at home. We asked her that if you can, please help. We have some brother who wants to be with us and stay with us. She said, no, if you have an idea that you can get some support, because for me, I don't have a job, but if you have where you can support for them, no, I can give them the accommodation.
Welcome to Landmark Difference Makers, where we interview people making a remarkable difference around the world. Get ready to be inspired. Let's jump in.
Welcome to Landmark Difference Makers. My name is Seamus Ford, and today we're going to be interviewing Bakaki Umar. He's an extraordinary leader and changemaker from Uganda whose life journey exemplifies resilience, creativity, and a profound commitment to community transformation. Growing up amidst hardship after losing his father at the age of 9, Bakaki witnessed the struggles of his mother, who worked tirelessly to support him and his siblings. Despite facing numerous obstacles, he persevered, completing his education and developing skills in farming and graphic design. When the pandemic disrupted his plans, Bakaki returned to his village and began using his skills and resources to address the challenges in his community. He co-founded an orphanage that now supports 50 children, providing them with care, education, and hope for a brighter future. Additionally, Bakaki established a free training center to teach graphic design and computer skills, empowering young people to build meaningful careers and avoid the hardships he experienced. I really appreciate you doing this interview in English. It's, it's not easy, and yet your message is important, and an English audience can make a difference.
I'm from Uganda. I'm 29 years old, a director of OHI Life Center Initiative, an organization that takes care of teenagers, children from 4 years to 18 years. I'm very, very appreciative for being here on an interview that will make a difference in our lives.
Well, Bakaki, let's just go ahead. I'm going to ask you a few questions. We'll just kind of start that way, okay?
Yeah.
What led you to add this to your career? You are a business owner. You've been working in the field of graphic design, and now suddenly you're a director of an orphanage, and that's not a part-time job.
Yeah. So the question is, what inspired me to start an orphanage? Yeah. First of all, I'm an orphan, and the experience that I passed in during that time when I lost my father, when our family is at a low, it is not any successful family. And those challenges that we passed on while growing up, those are the challenges that enabled me to say, no, I have to be a difference maker. I have to do something that can help my community, touch these children so that they can have a good life.
And what is it that drew you to, this particular group of children?
Yeah, my dream.
Tell us about your dream.
Yeah, of course, my dream is to have more children and to help my community. Well, the number I'm having right now, it is small on what I believe I can, because I have a belief that I can have a bigger number of children than the one we have right now. And my dream is to buy a bigger land, have a school on it, to help more children in Uganda. Yeah.
Tell us about the children.
Well, my children are, first of all, they are God-fearing children. They are disciplined. And when you look at the pictures where we started 4 years back and now where we are right now, you can see a bigger difference. Children are healthy. They are disciplined. They are educated. When we started, we didn't have children that can speak English. But right now we can pick someone, come and get interviewed, come and speak to someone. So we have a bigger difference from where we started and where we are right now.
And what are the age ranges of the children?
Yeah. Apparently we are having a children 4 years to 18 years.
And how does a child come to your orphanage?
Most of the children are from the streets and orphanages, from disabilities families, low income families. Yeah.
And is there a process by which you accept them into the orphanage?
Yes, there is a process, because whenever we touch someone, we need to profile his background, to profile his family, where he came from, to the street, and to access those legal documents so that we can keep the children in good hands from the legal document from the government.
And who are the people that work at the orphanage? What are their roles?
The roles for people who work with me, first of all, we have two caretakers, and those are the ladies who cooks, takes care of the children. Another one, we are having a security guard who keeps the children safe day and night. And a staff that I'm having, for me, I'm a director, and I'm having two colleagues that are volunteering, a secretary and someone who helps me whenever I'm not there, my assistant. Yeah.
What are some of the bigger challenges that you've faced? The orphanage has been around 4 years, right?
Yeah.
What are some of the biggest challenges you've had to deal with in creating this?
Well, yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah. First of all, my first challenge was, at first, the community didn't expect it to happen, and they thought I will not make it. And the challenge I got is to have those legal documents that enables me to start an orphanage. Well, I had a small space. My grandmother provided us with a small space, but that small space couldn't legally access her to take care for those children that we had at first. And we had to still sit down. I confronted the village leaders, and I told them how good the thing we are doing is, and how important will be to those children. So yeah, they looked at in my vision, and they said, no, well, let us give you not a permanent, but a temporary permit that enables me to start. Yeah. So whenever I went on and we got a bigger space, we rented, we added on more children. So we got those permanent legal documents. Yeah.
The facility where the orphanage is, can you describe it? How it's organized?
At the orphanage, we are blessed that this year we had an opportunity. There is an NGO called Orphaned Heart International supported us to get us a bigger space where we are renting right now. It is very, very nice for us, and it is what I can say it is a bigger achievement for the last 4 years that we have got. Indeed, it is a big space that the children are now comfortable and they are enjoying playing, enjoy everything. The only challenge that we are having is that the space we have is big, but the tools to use like beds and mattresses, they are small, they are little.
Given there's smaller resources, you now have a big space, but you don't have as many beds. And how do you manage that with 50 children?
Well, yeah, we manage it like there are some times that we didn't have any. At first, few children were studying. Whenever we get some funds, we take like 5 children to school, and whenever we don't have, they stay at the orphanage. Yeah, those are the challenges that we had at first, and we kept managing it in a way that we sit with our children. We tell them, no, we don't have, but in time we shall have. We keep promising that, yes, let's work hard. And from the support that we get from outside, it's the support that helps us to run this orphanage successful, and it helps us to have hope that what we are doing, it will have good fruits in future. Yeah.
I wonder, having a responsibility as the director of the orphanage for 50 children, it's a huge responsibility.
Exactly.
Do you ever find yourself the word that I can think of as an American expression, freaked out?
Yeah. For sure. The fact is, before doing the landmark, there are times that I went on not believing in myself that this is a huge thing. Will I manage it? Will I get successful? And the negative attitude from other peoples were discouraging me, but it helps me in a way that when I came out to think of it, how big it is and how I can make it, that's the resilience and confidence that I got, that no, however big it is, if God gave me that opportunity that I should have this vision, then I should manage it. And I got that resilience. And yes, things happen. Some things happen that I can't control, but with the help of God and help of people who are around me and guidance from other friends, it helps me move on.
You brought up landmark. I'm wondering if there is, one of the commonalities of everybody in this podcast is people have participated in landmark, hence landmark difference makers. But I'm wondering if there's an idea or as we say, a distinction that makes a particular difference for you as you do your work.
Yeah. One of which landmark opened up my mindset, and I can assure you, landmark has put on a bigger stone to my life, because when I started this thing, and there are things that I saw, but I had no control of it, and the way I was doing things, it was not professional. Well, when I did the landmark, from many things changed in my life. And I would like to acknowledge Carl Witt, because she's the one who sponsored me to do the landmark forum. Yeah, it changed a lot in the orphanage and in my life. My mindset was opened and things moved on.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder, in a place where there's so many challenges, uh, just the part of Uganda you live in, the circumstances that lead to the children being orphaned and being on the streets. You're making requests of people all the time to support the orphanage.
Yeah.
And sometimes you're making requests of people that are dealing with challenges themselves.
Yeah.
What do you think makes the difference in people saying yes to your requests?
Yeah. Well, that's good. Yeah. I would like, first of all, to acknowledge those people who believes in us and believes in me whenever I ask for help, or those who see that what I'm doing it makes a difference in my community. Uh, yeah, it is a bigger task and it is a very, very big challenge that we go on Facebook or social media asking for help. And most of the people say no, and small people who say yes. And we got some funds from, which is not enough, but we managed to keep on going. Yeah, it is a very hard challenge. And indeed, it is maybe being resilient and doing what is good for the children. I think they see what I'm doing and they acknowledge it, that it's really passionate to me. Because for me, most of the time I'm with my children, we are jazzing. So yeah, most of the time I do what they need and I'm so trustworthy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, you found a passion working with children that, I mean, if we're honest,
Yeah.
most of the world isn't paying attention to them or their future.
Yeah.
And you obviously have a really huge heart and a huge passion for making a difference. But I'd imagine that there's things that inspire you about these children. What inspires you about them,
Yeah,
these individual human beings?
exactly. Yeah. These 50 children, everyone has his or her background and their stories, how they came into that situation is what touches me and what inspires me to help someone, because we get more requests uh, from disabled, from street children that would like to join our orphanage, would like our support, would like our help. But when you sit down with someone who wants that help and she or he discusses his story or share his story, it touches your heart and say, wow, yeah, he really needs help. And you see his future. You see his future because for all the children I'm having, I know who wants to be a nurse, who wants to be a doctor, who wants to be a teacher. And whenever I see that future in him or her, it touches my heart that no, if I help him, he can help more. He can be like me. Yeah.
And if you were to kind of say in a simple way, what the work you're doing represents, the possibility that it's fulfilling, what would you say that is?
Yeah. One word I can say for what I'm doing
Yeah.
is being the, yeah. Uh, I can say I'm the one. It helps me to do more things like to be resilient, to be determined, to make a difference that when I help someone and someone helps another helps another one, it makes me being the one that initiated it and making that difference.
I want to go back for a second and just talk about the training center. There's a photo of it. Um, uh, your career has been in graphic design, and you run your own business, and
Yeah.
you're using your business knowledge to create training opportunities for young people. What difference can it make for these young people to gain a skill?
Well, yeah. For me, like I said before, I'm an orphan, and I didn't get the chance to go to school at a higher level. And what what makes me different is that I got a friend who helped me, and I learned graphic designing at a low base. I just got that basics, but I didn't go to school. So when I sat down, I said, no, I'm a graphic designer, but I can take care of these children or maybe a family and my life when I'm a graphic designer. That means that if I get 10 children that are graphic designers, they can sustain their families, help other people. Like me, I was helped. So yeah, it motivates me that if I'm teaching someone, because apparently we're in a digital era. Many people are using computers, ICT, or graphics to earn a living, and they are getting a lot of money. So whenever someone like a street kid coming from a street and learning computer, getting money, being successful in his life, it makes me happy. Yeah,
Mhm.
it adds on my community.
You talk about technology, and technology is, having a huge impact all over the world, and you know, we're having this call via video, and that wasn't possible not that long ago.
Yeah.
And with things like artificial intelligence, with a global economy, what do you think are some of the opportunities that you're in a position to help prepare these children for? If we look 10, 20, 30 years down the road for Uganda and Africa as a whole.
Yeah. For me, I have a belief that I'm creating successors for computer gigs, because when someone is studying at school while studying computer, it it will help him, like when he got that chance to go to the university, he had that passion of being a genius, computer genius, and it can help adding value to our country or our community, that whenever he goes where he goes, or whenever he accesses something, he comes back at the village to help the village or the community. Like I said, that if one goes, like we can get an opportunity and he goes outside Uganda, he studies ICT. When he come back, he can teach more children to get that opportunity that he got somewhere.
Well,
So I'm seeing, like in 30 years, we can have Umar can create 1,000 computer genius within one person.
yeah. With those 1,000 computer geniuses uh, create new opportunities in the economy. And I'm wondering, and I'm not an economist, you're not an economist, but for people that maybe don't know about, like where Uganda is at this kind of state in its development, what are
Yeah.
some of the future areas of economic development that are coming?
Yeah. In Uganda, like I said before that, let me generalize this that 40% the people in Uganda are in ICT, and they are having a living in ICT, and it has helped them to get whatever they want in life. Now, I'm seeing that opportunity to my children that they can be a bigger difference in Uganda. They can put a hand on our economy, like creating jobs, giving out skills. Yeah, because most of them love to be teachers. They can be at university teaching ICT at.
I just want to go back again to the children that you work with and your, real love for them. How have
Yeah,
they changed you?
sorry.
How have the children of the orphanage changed you? How have they
Yeah,
helped you to grow?
well, yeah. What I didn't mention, I'm a single father, by the way. I'm having a one child, but these children, I take them as a family, and they changed my heart. I love them so much. Like I'm like a mother to them, a father to them. So they changed my life in a way that the picture they see in me, they see their father, their mother. But it enables me to be focused and be determined that no one can do what I'm doing except me. And that love that I show them is what they deserve and what they love from me. So that changed my heart that what I'm doing is really on the right track.
So if you look, and for people that are listening to this as a podcast, watching the recording, however they may be meeting you through this, what are the resources that you're really committed to obtaining for the next phase of the orphanage?
Okay, thank you. First of all, we need I'm committed to have all children sleeping well. Yeah, having enough tools or beds and mattresses plus bed sheets that are enough for each children, because the main challenge is when people are congested in one place, like sleeping three on one bed, causes some challenges to the children. Now that's our main challenge. We need them to be sleeping well. Another thing is about food. Our main goal is having a farm whereby we grow our own food. We grow our own food whereby we can have a balanced diet, like changing meals. Apparently, we have only two meals, and that is posho and rice plus beans. That's the only meal that they take, apparently. So when we have our farm, we can have eggs, can have chicken, have goats, white meat. So when we have our farm, they can be more healthy. Another thing is that we are renting. We are renting, and my goal is having our own land. We build our own dormitories and stay there and hope helping more children. When we have our bigger land, we can help more children in our care. Yeah.
And the children are still young. The orphanage has only been around 4 years, but you're going to have some children in the next 10 years that are arriving at adulthood.
Yeah.
How are you going to support them in becoming independent?
You will, yeah, that is great. The reason why I initiated teaching them skills is that when they reach 18 years, 20 years, that means they can stay independent. To let other people get that opportunity, which are still on the streets. Now, we nurture them that if you are not here with us, you can start your life, you can help others when you are not here. And how? You can get these skills that we are teaching you, start your own business and start earning. Or we can teach you those skills and you can get a job somewhere.
So, and by the way, I really appreciate you, the challenge with English.
English, yeah. Yeah.
If you look at the question I just asked, you just answered about the children that are going to become adults before too long, and you're concerned for them living independently, and there's the training solution picture there right now. What needs do you have to support that effort?
Yeah. The needs that we have is getting tools, because when that person is already trained computer graphics or those skills, he will need a startup capital whereby he can get a computer and start his own business. That's the tools the startup tools that he can have. Having a computer, yeah,
You're making a difference,
yeah,
and it is a self-expression for you. If there was somebody who's listening who wants to make a difference but hasn't taken action, what is your message to them?
well, yeah. The message that I can say is that there is so many ways you can support me. Like, we need tools. You need tools. We need clothes. We need toys. Uh, we need so many things. Even if you can come at the ground or visitors, you can give that motivation to the children that no, we have people who love us, who cares for us. You can be in US and you send us a bag of clothes, toys, yeah. Any way you can help is welcome. Helping is from the heart, and nothing is big and nothing is small. That, yeah, we make a difference according to what we have and what we can. So a message I can give is that love is is more important. That whenever you help someone, it's not for your gain, but for the love that you have and the mission you have. And being bold and being resilient, it makes things happen. Yeah, I think that we have just take actions, everything will move on.
One of the things that I want to ask you before we conclude our interview is something that I like to ask, everybody who we interview, and that is, one day, 100 years from now, none of us are going to be here.
Yeah.
What do you want people to say about you?
What do I want people to say about me?
Mhm.
Wow.
When they remember you and what you did in your life, what do you want them to say about you?
Yeah. Like, I would say, the legacy I want to leave behind is that I had something that I contributed to my community. Yeah, I have a hand that I put on my community. I had left something that helps my community.
Well, you certainly are.
Sorry?
You certainly are having an impact on your community.
Yeah.
And it's really a pleasure to speak to you and to be with you and to learn what you're creating in the world. It's just you're a remarkable person with a remarkable commitment.
Thank you, brother. I really appreciate your time and opportunity to be here, to express what I'm passing through, share what I'm doing, and I think this opportunity helps us to inspire more people around the world.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Landmark Difference Makers. If you're inspired by what you heard and you want to learn more about Landmark's programs or explore upcoming episodes, visit landmarkforumnews.com to find resources, event details, and more stories of people making extraordinary impact around the globe. If you are already a part of the Landmark community, check out the Landmark subscription, designed to provide ongoing support in creating a life you love. Visit landmarkworldwide.com to learn more. Until next time, keep creating, keep contributing, and keep making a difference.